Hello, hello. I've got my blue peach here. I think I'll move it off my desk. I want to dye some fabric with it. Let me set it over here out of the way. We're not going to do that here. We're going to make some Dirndl dolls. Dirndl? I am horrible at foreign languages. I'm horrible at foreign languages. Welcome, everybody. Wasn't that fun to watch Linda make those journal cards? What a cool idea. What a neat way to use up your stash. I might do that while I'm making my calendars. I was thinking, man, I could make some of those journal cards for my art journal. Dirndl dolls. What's a dirndl? Well, I had to do a little bit of research myself. And let me get in here to the chat and welcome everybody here. Videos. Welcome everybody. Am I live? Am I live? Yes, I am. Welcome, welcome. Hi, Nancy and Lori and Candy and Kimberly and Rhonda and Arlene and Mitzi. Candy, welcome, welcome, welcome. Anne, good morning, Anne. Well, a Dirndl is a German, it's a German dress. It's a German, kind of like a folk costume. And I did a little research on Oktoberfest too. And Oktoberfest began over in Bavaria, which is, Linda could tell you more about this than me. But it's a German festival, and it started out as a wedding celebration way back in 1810, October 12th. So we're not that far off. Although I think the official Oktoberfest is like the third week in September and goes until the first Sunday in October, something like that. But I thought it was very interesting that it started out as a wedding celebration and it turned into a big beer party. Well, we're not drinking beer. We're celebrating autumn and fall and doing all sorts of fall art. And I chose the German folk art costume and I was researching it. Mostly I get my information from Wiki, but it's a German dress that has a really close-fitting bodice. I did a sketch here, a close-fitting bodice. And I'm going to zoom in just a little so you guys can see this a little better. Welcome everybody who's coming in. We're glad to have you join us. So here I've got this close-fitting bodice, and sometimes it has buttons down the front, but you'll see a lot of them that are laced. How cool is that? And it usually has a low neckline. And on my sketch, I made it kind of like a square neckline. But I've also seen them where they kind of have a heart-shaped neckline. And they generally have a white blouse, sometimes with lace around the collar. Sometimes the sleeves, I did another one on the back here. The sleeves are more open, like that, and they'll have an apron here, and they have a wide high-waisted skirt, and then their shoes down here. Now I kind of was concentrating more on the dress here. I was thinking of the different ways I could do these dolls, and I came up with 10 different ways. Now I won't get 10 of them done in this stream. I probably won't get 10 of them done this weekend, but you could draw or paint in your journal. You could use scrapbook paper or painty paper to build the doll. And this one I'm looking forward to doing. This one I'm going to do, I'll be coming on a little bit later, a paper doll chain. You know how you cut out paper dolls and fold them all out? Well, I'm going to do one with the Dirndl dolls. Kind of make a little banner. You could carve a stamp with the dresses. You could paint them on envelopes, which might be fun to do. And I rescued some corn husks. I thought it might be fun to do a corn husk one. I probably won't get that. Maybe later this weekend I'll do a corn husk one. You could do a bead doll, and you could put it on a card or as a tag or an ATC. You could do a lot of different things. So I thought I would start out by just painting and drawing one. And I'm just going to do this on a sheet of copy paper. If you want to follow along, grab a scrap sheet of paper. It doesn't even have to be, it can be anything. It'd be a magazine page, which might be interesting. But I'm going to draw it about this size, and we're just going to start out with a simple design. Anybody can do this, to tell you the truth. Let's get this other pen that's darker ink. Just think of a shirtwaist dress here. You want it the waist kind of small. You don't want her to be too big, but then just draw a dress coming down this way. And I was reading that in the olden days, their dresses and skirts were longer, but if you wiki these or Google them, you'll see a lot of these dresses now are short. But I'm going to go with the old style. And there we go. We've got an apron here. Let's put a apron around that. Ignore this line here. I'll probably paint it out. But then it has that close-fitting bodice. So just kind of draw a bodice here with like a jumper type thing. And a sleeve. And an armhole. And I'm concentrating more on the dress. Because a Dirndl, it's spelled D, if you want to look it up, it's D-I-R-D-L. I believe that's how it's spelled, Dirndl. And I'm probably butchering that name. And I'm going to give her a lacy collar here, maybe a round neck and a lacy collar. And let's give her some puffy sleeves. Puffy, as in a powder puff, puffy sleeves here. Now, once you have something like this, you could cut it out. I'm going to go ahead and paint it first, though. And I might use this as a pattern for the paper doll chain. Let's give her a neck and just kind of like a round head with some hair. There we go. Let's see. Her head might need to be bigger. Let's give her hair up here like that. And let's give her some arms coming out this way. And since I want this eventually to be a part of the paper doll chain, I'm just going to have them hold hands here. And this you'll see me make this in the next stream that I do. Just like so. And let's give her some feet. And don't worry if yours doesn't look that good. Just play with it. Pretend you're doing a paper doll. And you could even cut these cut shapes out of a magazine. Now I'm going to give her, usually I thought it was interesting. And you'll see these, if I layer anything on this, make the apron. I was thinking this would make a pretty apron. I got this in Happy Mail. It looks like it's a dryer sheet or maybe one of those paper towels that are really thick and soft. But it's all inked up, and I was thinking that it'd make a really pretty apron on the doll. But the pockets usually came underneath of the apron. They would have their pocket underneath of the, and I'm just going to make it dotted here. So they hid their pocket underneath of the apron, which was interesting. Now let's give her a lace. Let's give her a lace top. Just make some X's up there. Doesn't have to be perfect, that's for sure. Mine's not perfect. But you get the idea. Like that. And there we've got our Dirndl doll. So let's go ahead and let me stop and look at chat. Let me stop and welcome everybody who's come in. Welcome. Hi, Jersey. And Linda, you did a very good job on your journal cards, Linda. I really enjoyed watching that. You gave me some ideas. Hi, Kimberly. Lori Loves Montana's in the house, and Nitzy and Arlene. The dolls are fun. The dolls really are fun because, you know, it's a different dress than what we're used to wearing. You know, it's a folk art costume really now is what it's growing into. And I think they started out as peasant dresses. But how fun that is. Let's see. Lori's here. Hi, Suze. Good morning, Suze. Hi, Pen. You finally made it over. Pen said that she's going to start journaling now. She said, you got me. I think she was talking to Linda over in Linda's stream. Says, I got to start art journaling again. Yeah, Pen. Mitzi is here. Somebody asked Mitzi a question. Hi, Terry. Good morning. And Candy is here. Oh, here. Mindy, I hope you're not laughing at poor Tom Brady. Mitzi says, moi? No. Oh. Mitzi and Laura and Deborah. Hi, Deborah. Welcome, everybody who's come in. And Lahr. Okay, Rhonda and Carla. Welcome, everybody. I think I'm up at the top. Okay, so all I'm going to do here is paint her really fast. Now, the dresses started out being, I think, like a peasant dress. So they were kind of a brownish color dress, but I'm going to put some orange on there for fall, brown and orange. If I can get some orange out of here. And maybe a little yellow. This is what I used for my fox. Oh, let's grab a brush. You know, and just have fun with it. Don't sweat it out. Just, you know, just have some fun with this. I'm going to cut this out later and make a pattern for the next stream. So I'm not too worried about the extra marks here. We're just going to give this a sort of a peasant colored dress here. And let's put some yellows in here. And maybe a little bit of orangey. Make it a little like a fall costume. Now, the one I was looking at in on Wiki had a lot of greens. You'll see them all different colors, but I want mine to kind of be a fall color because this is October. But let's do some green. Let's do some. Let me get it out here. Green. We'll use this bright green. Parakeet green. And I'm just using my desktop for a palette this morning. What did I do with my brush? I set it down. I'll use this one. Let's paint her bodice a greenish color here. Make her a happy Dirndl dress here. And you can just play with it. Let's give her a yellow apron maybe. Pull my sleeve up. Now again, the apron is on the, the pocket's on the underneath of the apron. I kind of made it a dotted line. There we go. And let's make her scarf up here, her hat, whatever it is. Let's make it orange. Let's make it orange. And I'm not going to give her a face. I'm not going to bother with that. And I'm going to leave the blouse white. And let's give her some brown shoes. I noticed they usually had white socks on, long white socks in the pictures. So there is a Dirndl dress, a really fast one here. Isn't it funny how you set things down and you go, what did I do with that now? I lost my other paintbrush. Some days you just have to laugh. But there we go. How easy was that? Let's make the lace an orangey color here. Just kind of put some lines on it. And if you're having trouble getting a figure, you say, I can't draw a figure, go to a magazine, get a shape of a lady, and cut it out and use it as a pattern. All you need is a female shape. And since that's the pattern, I really don't want to do too much more to this. I could paint her arms a little pinkish color. Yeah. Just to dress her up a little. Let's put a little pink on her. I've got time. So I really hope you guys enjoyed today. We have a lot going on. Janet Nash is up next. Arlene, would you grab the link to Janet's channel and put it in? She is going to do a sunflower sculpture, and I can't wait to see what she does. Let's see, I'm going to give her arms some pinkish color here, maybe a little bit more white. So, to recap, a Dirndl is a German folk costume. Oktoberfest started out being a wedding festival, which I thought was really interesting. Ludwig and Teresa, is it Teresa or is it Trace? I don't know. I get them all mixed up. It's pronunciations. Now I'm going to leave her socks white, and I'm going to leave her blouse white, and just a very simple. Now I could come in, let's come in with some more bright orange here. I want maybe some more bright stripes here. And I'm just going to cut her out. There's that's one Dirndl dress. That's the pattern that I'm going to use. So, let's give this a quick dry. What time is it? 6:53. I have time to cut her out. We're going to cut her out like a paper doll. And you'll see me use this as a pattern in my next stream. How fun this is. I think it's so sad that they had to cancel Oktoberfest, the official Oktoberfest. They canceled it this year because of our hidden enemy going around. So this is going to become a pattern, just the shape of it. And this is what you could do if you're having trouble drawing a female figure. Just go to a magazine and find a full-length figure and cut it out something like this, and then dress her up. Dress her up as in a folk art German Dirndl costume and make yourself a Dirndl doll. And I might be making these all weekend. Actually, though, I want to do, kind of what I want to do personally is like Linda made the journal cards, and there's a whole bunch of other art going on. I kind of wanted to make a little art that the other gals are doing. I don't know if I can do the sculpture, that I could do something similar to that. I got 5 minutes according to my clock here, so let's not dilly-dally, Meri. Let's get this little doll cut out. And I made her arms outstretched because, like I said, I'm going to use her as a pattern for my next project. I'll come on again after Janet. Lizzie Brewer could not make it because she got a new computer and she's getting that all set up. And Lucia couldn't make it this month because, and we missed both of them. Lucia got reassigned her Friday, and I'm hoping it's just for the month of October. We'll see what happens there. And we have a special guest later on tonight, Rosemary Morris. We love Rosemary's work, don't we? Yeah. Am I going to get this cut out in 5 minutes? Aw. I don't want to make any mistakes. They usually have kind of puffy sleeves and like I said, a close-fitting bodice and a wide skirt. And the skirts were longer. The skirts were longer in days of yore. And if you go out and look for images on, just Google images for the Dirndl, you'll see that they're a lot shorter in the modern day. Dirndls, but I like the long ones. All right, just a little snip here. There we go. There's my Dirndl. How cool is that? How fun that was to do. I got 3 minutes to say goodbye to everybody. Thank you, Arlene, for dropping Janet Nash's link. We appreciate it. So Janet Nash is on next. And she also dropped a link to Wiki, the Dirndls. And I can tell you, I listened to that pronunciation 20 times. 20 times. Dirndl, Dirndl, Dirndl. And Linda McAllister, I'll never be able to pronounce. Linda said something to me this morning in Dutch, and I just laughed. I just laughed. I thought, it has to be good morning or something. Oh, dear. Okay. So, Janet Nash is up next. I'm going to let you all go take a breather and find her channel. Have a really fun hop, and I'll see you in a little bit. Bye, everybody. Thanks for coming.